Stands for the American Civil Liberties Union. We've been around for more than 80 years protecting civil liberties and constitutional rights of all people. And I work in a special project for the ACLU of Michigan, the LGBT Civil Rights Project. And I just want to speak, I want to speak briefly to you about what are some of the things happening in Michigan, what are some of the challenges that we have in Michigan towards achieving full civil rights for LGBT people. You've probably heard some great stories about what's happening in Iowa, same-sex couples being allowed to marry, Vermont legislature passing equal marriage opportunities for same-sex couples. And today in the United States House of Representatives, they passed the Matthew Shepard's hate crimes law. So we're seeing some great progress being done around the country, but we have a number of significant challenges in the state of Michigan. I don't know if you know this, but Michigan's civil rights laws don't cover sexual orientation and gender identity. In Michigan, it's legal for a gay or lesbian person to be fired from their job because of their sexual orientation. It's legal for a landlord to refuse to rent to a person who's transgender. It's legal for business establishments to refuse to provide services to LGBT people. And we have a long way to go towards convincing our present legislature that we need to amend our civil rights laws to include these categories and to provide for equal opportunity. Many times kids in school are bullied because they are gay or lesbian, or they're suspected of being gay or lesbian. And many school districts do not have anti-bullying policies or policies that recognize harassment against LGBT kids as a form of bullying. And so there's some legislation that's been introduced in Michigan's legislature that would require school districts to have anti-bullying policies. And it's going to be coming up for a vote pretty soon. Also, both our state and our federal hate crimes laws currently do not cover sexual orientation and gender identity. Even though, despite the fact we have statistics showing that LGBT people disproportionately are victims of violent crime motivated by animus to their sexual orientation or gender identity, we have not been able to include these categories in our laws. So there's some legislation that's been introduced not only in the United States Congress but also in the Michigan legislature.